Well, I hope this is going to work because I'm having technical difficulties, baby. But that's okay. We're doing an Enter Sandman tonight. If this works, we're doing Enter Sandman tonight. Since I got that virus on my computer, the one that is like installing things onto my Google and not letting me do certain things, it's been just really hard. It's actually wiped a bunch of preferences because they're in my Facebook. It's wiped a bunch of preferences, so it's actually letting message sounds and stuff go through. I thought that I'd turned it off, but I don't think I have. Now I'm out of the window that I should be in. It's really, really annoying. Anyway, those are me problems, not you problems. So let's just jump over to the mix window and hopefully we'll hear something. Oh, wait, that's us. See ya. So this is Enter Sandman, Stems by Metallica. It's some stems, and they're from Metallica, and we're going to have a look at them. It's very loud. It was peaking out here at 0.06 after I pulled it down by like 24 decibels. We're going to go into have a look at the drums first. Here we got some overheads. We'll pump those in first. We'll listen to a mono, and then I will pan them out left and right. Don't anticipate this will be a very long one today, as the track listing is quite short. See if this works. It does. I hope that does. Comment if you can hear it, please. I'll wait for it to get in a little. Oh, that's beefy. Very fat. Let's pan them. Oh, even bigger. Let's have that kick. Kick left? What's up with that? Kick sounds like another tom because it's so flappy. And some snare. Just goes from that to this. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. Looks like it's only a couple of drum channels. I can dig it. The simplicity. Couple of overheads. For some reason the kick left. Let's pan that left. Nah, let's not do that. Kick and snare up the guts. Oh, hang on. Kick left, snare right. Let's try that. Kick, snare left, snare right. No. Look, I don't listen to lots of Metallica. But I don't think anybody would mix a kick left and a snare right. Yeah. You can hear singing in the background of that. I can just imagine Lars's face while he's playing this. Skip ahead a bit. I've heard drums before. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. When I want to hear drums, I want to hear toms. I don't always listen to drums, but when I do... It's so massive. So you can definitely hear James singing in the background of that. Okay, I think we get the idea there. Now, is this like, wasn't there like some big thing about them wanking on about Bob Rock made them hit every single drum individually or something like that? Because that's a one take, probably. with 4 mics. Like, yeah, was that a different album? What was that classic albums one they did with Metallica? Anyone can tell me. I'll click the comment button there. I can see if anyone said anything. No, just Jim's watching. That's great. And a few other people. But that sounds like a pretty solid take to me. I mean, if Lars' dad was still around, he'd be like, "Oh, why don't you just delete that and you start again." Fuck, that's big though. That's fat. Just like Lars' head, mate. What a drummer, man. Beef. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, you can't deny that that's some fat drums. That's pretty massive. I was going to have a look at the bass, but we're going to mix that out anyway. No, I'll have a look. That's pretty beefy. I think that'd be pretty safe to play along with the drums and actually get a bit of a feel. Nobody wants to... As a wise man once said, I'm just going to go home and play bass on my own. Or listen to it, in fact. But let's have a listen to that with some drums. Saint Anger... Jim wants to know, was Saint Anger the Bob Rock album? Saint Anger was one of the Bob Rock albums, yeah. They've done a couple with Senior Rock. Senior Rock should have Senior rolled a long time ago, but you know what I mean. I don't know this stuff. Maybe Bob Rock's awesome. He was certainly awesome for the bands that he did. He did Motley Crue, and they, developed this entire sound. So Bob Rock's reputable in the sense that he's done these great things. I mean, he did fucking work with Metallica and made them real good. But he also might have let the things go on with that snare. I don't know about that. I don't know much about Metallica. I should know more. I know enough to get away with saying things and like going, yeah, they're cool, but I'm not a diehard Metallica fan. I couldn't tell you if it were fucking Cliff Burton or Jason Newsted on this track or Bob Rock or Rob Trujillo. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce his fucking name. But let's just listen more. Hopefully we don't get in trouble. Pretty sure it's P bass. Like, if it's not, it'd probably be like that EMG sort of vibe. I don't know. I got to stop saying I'm pretty sure because I'm never sure. But it sounds like bass. What was that? Did anyone else hear that? I'll be back a little. Yeah, it's just. Classic down picking, you can hear the gong, 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 gong. Okay. Notice that I can move to any point in the song and it sounds exactly the bloody same. That's just because it's a repetitive bass line over the back of some pretty heavy riffage and some things going on. There's a guitar track here that is stereo. I think it would be worth listening to as a stereo track. So let's check it out while it's panned up the guts. And it is 2 separate takes, I believe, but I want to pan them for you too. So let's check it out. Hopefully we don't. That's too recognizable. I'm going to move a little bit further along. Too far. We'll go to about here. If you always want to know why I'm skipping around, it's because there's a little thing that recognises what we're playing and puts a copyright notice on it and shuts me down. Okay, so that's pretty recognisable too, but let's see if we can get away with a little bit more. Okay, look at them waves. What a drastic change. All right, let's pan them. Oh, not both together, you dork. Okay. Okay, that's real cool now. That sounds like something's happening. Mm-hmm. Open it up. Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry, you can't not. Say your prayers, little one. And don't forget, my son, to include bloody everyone, all right? Okay, we get the idea there. What's that? Go back a little. Okay, so we're mixing in some acoustic into this stem. Okay. Turn that up a bit for you, sorry. It's gonna get loud later, I promise. I have turned those guitars down because they were just absolutely pumping before. They were, yeah. Did you hear that? That cuts into its own, and then it cuts the other guitars out. Ready? Interesting. I wonder if that's part of the real take. I don't know if this is the actual album version, by the way, because it does have something in here called Vocal from Concert 1 and 2. Interesting. Okay, it happens again. Okay, a bit of that acoustic mixed into there. Wow. Metal Zone. That's weird. That's whack. Someone tell me what I'm listening to here. Okay. Oh, yeah, I see. We'll come back to that. Yeah, listen to that! I think we're so familiar with the idea of the concept of stacking shit on top of each other and recording that you don't really often think that they would just cut certain parts to fit other parts in. Like these... You got a stereo, big... You got a big thick stereo part going on here. And it just kind of drops out in favour for the other channel every now and again. Listen. So you got stereo, and then the other side, and they come back together, and then they turn into this mono individual track. And I mean, when you come back in here, we're layering back up some acoustic with some electric. But yeah, isn't that strange? Like... Nowadays, you just try to fucking cram it all in. And just like, oh no, but we re-recorded that. We can't cut it. People don't cut anymore. They just don't want everything in there. I mean, maybe that's just me. That's cool. Never pay attention to that, really. to bring that other guitar in for a bit. It's got some vocal in it. See. Take my hand. Off to Never, Neverland. Oh, that's sexy. Let's go back. I've panned those now. Actually, let's just can that other guitar. We know what that sounds like now. We get it. This is the other track. Take my hand. Off to Never, Neverland. How weird that it just kind of cuts in and out. It's just the beasts under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Did they run out of tape? Did they run out of tracks? They've just kind of comped stuff in. I mean, they did this on the Queen tracks as well that we were checking out. I reckon we've been copyrighted now because no one's watching. Well, it's taken away the viewers, but that's fine. That just means we will go to. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, no, that just means we'll keep pumping through. All is good. So, continuing on. Interesting. Is it throat singing? Or is it just room mic? I've never heard this part or like this anyway. Tapping on the glass. I do not recall that. No, never. Is the song a fade out originally? Must be because never heard any of that before. Yeah, don't know. Can't tell you that one. What other parts are on this track? Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Yeah, a bit of shaker or something. That's unnoticeable. Like, why is that even there? Take my hand off to Never, Neverland. That shaker... Listen. I don't even know why that is there. That is unnoticeable. I'm a bit shook. I mean, these are the things that we don't know, that every time we listen to that song, we hear that, but we don't hear it. It makes me wonder if those guys who spend $60,000 on their own power pole to put in their own hi-fi system ever hear this shit, because I don't. Ah, yeah, that's cool. I like that, and I remember that, obviously. Very cool. Okay, we've pretty much got the gist of that track there. We understand what's happening. Oh, I nearly gave that away. Okay, this will be the part where we, if we haven't already, run the risk of the copyright stuff, because we're about to play the isolated vocals, which are obviously one of the most recognisable parts of the song. So I will cue those up, and we'll check out Mr. James Hetfield's original vocals for the song, and also some kind of vocals from the concert. Let's find out together. Okay, James Hetfield, vocal 1. Let's hear.
Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son, to include everyone. I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Exit light.
So you can hear the gate acting before the reverb, but it's really interesting because you can hear, obviously, his headphones, as we've heard in a lot of the thingos, but he sounds really boxy. Like, I wonder what James Hetfield sounds like in the room versus through an EQ and through a system, because he sounds really, like, it sounds kind of boxed in. I don't know. But again, in the track, it's obviously mixed, you know, it sounds good, but continue to listen.
And tonight.
Let's see. I want to have a look at what kind of frequencies he's producing.
Forget my son to include everyone.
Let's take some bottom out.
I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Exit.
That's interesting. Nothing really has an effect on his voice when I kind of like juice it up and just try to listen.
Light and tonight.
It's sort of more affecting the reverb around him rather than his actual voice.
Take my hand.
Okay, I'm going to run this next one with the two vocals and then we'll pan them up.
Something's wrong, shut the light. Heavy thoughts tonight.
Just a double.
And they all look so white. Dreams of war, dreams of lies, dreams of dragons fire, and of things that will bite.
So that's either him doing a double or it's an AMS duplicate. They used to use I don't know, Hall & Oates used to use them. Everyone used to use them to kind of double and thicken themselves.
Sleep with one
That's one.
open, gripping your pillow tight.
That's one with the delay.
Light and tonight, take my hand. We're off to Never Land. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same. But sometimes they would do that and they'd double one and shift it slightly so that it was still in phase, but it sounded almost like it was a second voice in your head, like a voice in the stereo field. The stereo field was very well established at this point, and it was no longer sort of a gimmicky thing like Beatles used to use it for panning in tight drum kits to the left and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But now it had been established that kicks and snares go up the middle, guitars go left and right, bass goes up the center, and so do the vocals, and your backup vocals go kind of like that much. So that was the sort of the, how the LCR panning, changed things and then adding things through the stereo field. Alan Parsons used to do whack shit because he was a goddamn genius. Let's hear these vocals from concert. I don't think we're going to have a whole lot of success at auto-tuning James Hetfield later, but we'll find out. I wonder if, like I said, I don't know anything about how this was recorded or when, but I wonder if this is part of the original track or if it's like a reissue or if it's something for the classic album series or if it was something for that concert thing they did. I don't know, but that's cool. I reckon that's cool. I love it when you can get audience members to be on it.
Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Exit light and tonight, take my hand. We're off to Never Land.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so UMG have officially blocked my thing. Universal Media Group, if you're watching, this is just for education purposes, not making any money here. I appreciate it that you've graciously blocked my video, but I would love it if you could unblock it. I would appreciate that. Thanks to all you other guys who are still on the stream. I can't see that you're on there because it takes that away from me. But, I really enjoy checking these out. I think they're really, really fun and educational because we're learning something here about something we didn't know before, and that's how you learn. Everything is stuck behind a wall. Nobody wants to share information anymore. Nobody wants to help each other get better. You know why? Because they're a threat. Hang on, Rant Cam. We're going to the Rant Cam. Nobody wants to share anything because they're at fear that these people will do whatever they're doing better than they are. And I don't believe in that. I think you should welcome that kind of competition. And hiding things behind paywalls and hiding things behind barriers like that to get one over another person, I think is against the spirit of community. And I want, I'm not trying to rip Metallica off. I'm not Napster. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. But I feel like these have been accessible to the public for years, these particular files, and people can hear them and they can listen to them and they can take them apart and they can understand that these four men, they're just four men. Let's face it, yeah, they're Metallica, but they're just four guys. They made this. They made this, and they changed the world. They really did. This is one of the things that helped bring heavy music to the forefront. I mean, yeah, you got Sabbath and stuff like that, but Metallica were fucking mental huge. Like Hulk Hogan huge. Metallica and Judas Priest and Sabbath and all of these bands. I mean, you had Scorpions, Motley Crue and all this kind of stuff. And obviously the Metallicas and the Motley Crues had each other. Listen how fast I'm talking. But they did a massive thing. They did a massive thing for angry teenagers all over the world. They did a massive thing for people trying to take those things seriously. I think there was a joke about Jethro Tull winning an award over Metallica one year, but they really brought heavy music to the forefront, and none of you bastards would be here without them. Let's put it that way. I wouldn't be here without Metallica. Hey, I used to cover Metallica songs and old bands. I think I'm wearing a Rocksteady. Oh no, it's an Andy. Thanks, Andy. Andy, Tim, Mark, legends. All right, let's just pop back over there. We'll probably wrap this one up pretty quick. There's not really much else to hear, but
in your closet, in your head, exit light.
So that's pretty massive.
And tonight,
I know what you all call
grain of sand. Exit light. And tonight.
That one sounds slightly less like phasey or something, so I'm just going to put the auto-tune on that channel. Pitch correction. Mono. And we just speed that up, and then let's just have a listen to what James Hetfield sounds like with unnecessary auto-tune. Back here, please. Play the song.
Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget, my son, to include everyone.
I won't do anything.
I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with one eye.
There's no point even continuing that because it's not going to work. James Hetfield's voice is very raspy, and this is very affected. So I mean, yeah, he's hitting his notes, he's singing his song. Yeah, let's do a quick build up of all of these tracks together, and we will then we'll disappear. But so let's check out these kick drums by themselves. Listen to them. Sound like lead balloons. And this snare. That snare sounds like a pistol. And then you got these massive overheads. Check these out. Huge! Tuck in some of that bass. I feel like I'm filling in.
One eye open, ripping your pillow tight, exit light, and tonight.
I'm clipping my own mic out.
Rocks never lay down.
All right, I'm so sorry.
And tonight, take my hand, rock to never land. Yeah.
That'll just about do, guys. That's what a ripper. Can't believe we're listening to Metallica individual stems at least. Really, really cool. Thank you all again. It's Tuesday night, so grab yourself a water. Enjoy, be good to each other, share information, help each other out, do things together, make fun stuff, just enjoy being around, and doing stuff and having a good time. Appreciate you. Have a great time. Enjoy the animation I'm about to play, and don't forget to GFY. So, yeah, we'll talk to you later on.